Good afternoon, folks. It's me, Alan George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Welcome, folks. Welcome to our 70th episode of Muscle Talk Mondays, and this is a great opportunity for y'all who are fans of women of the sport of bodybuilding. I have here sitting in my right hand, my hand of the Emperor, Jen.
Hey.
Okay. And before we get out of this, I want to give a shout out to a lady who today is her birthday. And that is one Miss Lisa Cross from Great Britain. If you know Miss Lisa Cross, she's been competing for quite some time. She was like one of the few women back in the year about 2012, 2013 that were got their pro card when the NPC decided to drop female bodybuilding from the European class. As you know, it's her and also Virginia Sanchez is one of my favorite female bodybuilders. Were the last women from Europe to get their pro cards through the NPC. They won it at the I think it was the Arnold class of Europe, and that was wow, nearly almost over almost 9 years ago. Yeah, so yeah, Kat Lynn, welcome, the great champion for the last 2 years. Andrea Shaw is phenomenal. Yeah, she is phenomenal. Andrea Shaw is the best currently and easily on the eyes as well too, with her beautiful smile and personality. That is for JM 2021. So, partner, let's give us a little information and a little history about the two-time Miss Olympia, Andrea Shaw.
Well, Andrea was originally a figure competitor, I believe. Who eventually transitioned over to women's physique, and eventually just straight up, eventually after that, women's bodybuilding. Her career since then has been kind of amazing. She managed to, in that short amount of time, within 1 year of being a female bodybuilder, win the Rising Phoenix and the Miss Olympia, not once, but twice in a row. And she is striving for the very top. She said herself her goal is 11 Miss Olympia wins, which is higher than Iris Kyle's current record of 10. She just recently got a sponsorship with which nutritional company was it?
And also, she recently just became a Wing Strength ambassador. So the last time she competed was back, I think, 2018. It's been a long time since we've seen her in action, and there's a possibility that she might be competing this year. Depending, this if she's going to do overseas. That's a big question. Is she going to do shows overseas? Because there's like at least 4 shows. There's the Portugal, there's the Europa Championship, and the 2 big man shows. The big man, well, I think one. No, actually. One's the Portugal is a big man. Then you have, the Europa Championships, Romania Muscle Fest, and the other big man weekend. So, or she might try to come here because she's done the Tampa Bay quite a few times, and probably compete in that show. Also, does some other shows. Maybe we see her compete in Chicago or probably Tampa.
You think she's going to do that or anything like that?
Well, it's all depending. Like I said, she has the resources where she can come over here. I think travel restrictions have dropped off a little bit. I know I was chatting with Irene Anderson a while back because Irene's in Mexico hanging with Hella Trevino, and I said, while you're here, since because it used to be when in the early stages of the pandemic, you can go to Mexico and do a quarantine there for 2 weeks, and then I know ladies who have done it. Also, Virginia Sanchez has done it. and go and stay for 2 weeks and come to the United States. But because I think restrictions are lifted, you can come to the States now. You have to do like a lot of quarantine anymore, I believe. But health, I mean, Irene said that she couldn't do it because she has a dog to take care of. But that would be a good way for her to qualify for the Olympia if she, stay in Mexico, do it 2 weeks, then try to do like training and prepping here in the States, and then she can do a show like maybe New York or probably Atlanta, depending on how long it takes her to get ready. But she said
so we're not talking about Andrea Shaw here. We're talking about
I was mentioning how Lisa, how she.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yep, definitely. Yeah. So there's that, and so she recently just got a sponsorship with some nutrition company that I cannot, for the life of me, can find at the moment. I'm just trying to look it up. I'll find it later. Or it doesn't really matter either way. It's a nutrition company, so always good to get more sponsorships out there and other such. I think one of the reasons why I think I view Canada as one of the best currently is because she's out there promoting the sport. She's got a great appeal to her, both muscle-wise and a sex appeal. She's young still. And I really don't see any faults with her, per se. But she's got an amazing track record for somebody who just recently converted to female bodybuilding. Like what? She turned was bodybuilding in 2019, and literally the next year she's already on the top, pretty much.
Yeah. I know I think I think her debut was at the Chicago Pro. I think she took third or second that show. I'm trying to remember. And then she had enough points where she, wasn't my point. She got enough points to qualify for the Rising Phoenix. 2019. That was a year when that was the same year when it was announced the return of women's bodybuilding to the Olympia. And then she hits. I think she hits what called a triple double. She wins the Omaha, which earned her a shot at the Rising Phoenix and qualification for the Olympia. Then she hello?
Yeah.
You there? Okay.
Yeah. I'm there.
Okay. I thought you went out for a second. Then she wins the Rising Phoenix, and then she wins the Olympia. That's a triple hitter.
Yeah. Yeah, she won the Omaha, Rising Phoenix, Miss Olympia, and I would say, based off what I'm seeing so far, I don't really see any competition at the moment who can beat her. There are some female bodybuilding competitors I see who are very young, who I see a lot of potential in. I see some in like Michelle Aycock, Hunter Henderson, and a few others that I could look up and name. But there's definitely some young up and coming females out there who definitely could, in the long term, like if Like again, it would have to be like Andrea Shaw comes in her worst shape while they come in their best shape. And so we're seeing that. We're seeing people like Hello Trevina most likely not attend this Miss Olympia this year, but who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Knock on wood. Margie Martin, I have not heard anything about her. Mona Posella, not qualified yet. Yeah. It's only Irene Anderson. I don't think she's also qualified either. She got like what, 5th or 4th?
Yeah, she got 5th because I remember that's why I mentioned that. She only way she can qualify if she does this. Either she does one of the 4 shows overseas, except for with the Romanian and the Big Man Weekend. Those are for qualifications for next year. She can either do the Portugal or possibly do the Europa Championship. Or if she can, like I said, she has a dog to take care of, and she said that the restrictions had changed, so she could probably hit a plane like it used to be back in the day and come here and compete. But it'd be better for her, like especially for Irene, is maybe come here maybe a month in advance, so she can get ready and prep, because sometimes airplane travel can really affect your development. And Andrea, I think she has great qualities about her. She has a great look. She reminds me of a facial. She reminds me of a lady I used to remember from back in the day. That was one Miss Audra Harris White. She was a beautiful black lady, amazing female bodybuilder. She was like top 5 contender back in I think 92 or 93. And Andrea has those great looks to her.
Can you post the name in the chat for me?
Okay, yeah, she let me post it in, and that is, her name is Andrea Harris White. Yeah. We got here Brooke Morale, Field of Rage. Thank you, Brooke, for coming through. Catlin will say, Catalina, I think Catalina, her progress was so amazing. She built a lot of muscle so fast. She has managed to do so many great things in a very short time. That's pretty good. Hey, all the way, George Page. Miss Andrea Shaw is the show today. Yeah, Brooke Morale. Catalina, hope to see her in Romania too. I'm Romanian. I like to support her. Well, I think Catalina, if I know who you are, she may not go to Romania, because the fact is, as long as she's Miss Olympia, she won't do no shows. Now, if she goes there as like one of the like one of the ambassadors for Wings of Strength, yes, maybe do some guest poses. She did it at the it was what show was that? She did it at the
Toronto. I can't even remember. It's one of those shows. I know what you're talking about.
She did it in Norfolk. She did it for the Linda show. Yeah. That was the last time. That was the last time for the Norfolk, because Linda Murray has closed that show, and she's now doing 2 shows in Atlanta. She's doing Savannah. She's 2 shows in Georgia. She's doing Savannah. She's doing Atlanta. And I wish she kept Norfolk. I mean, that'd been a great show for some other ladies. I mean, you need more shows for these women and more opportunities. Also, to Catalina, I want to say now. I'm gonna say Cat. Also, happy birthday to the ravishing Lisa Cross. Yes, that's happy birthday to Lisa Cross.
Oh, and by the way, today is my puppy's first birthday as well.
Congratulations to little pup.
Yep, today is Tippy Toe's first birthday. He's now 1 year old.
Yeah. That's 7 in dog years. So you got a 7-year-old.
Hey.
Yeah. So anyway, about Andrea, like I said, she just has a look to her. I think we will like. She just, I think it's just amazing. She has good qualities about her. I think, and also she has a level of muscle that's amazing about her. I mean, she comes in great condition, and like you said before, you know, you truthfully, only way que somebody can beat her if she comes in like, I don't know, shit performance. I mean, she has to really look very, 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 very off to come in and to lose that title. I mean, but the thing is, yeah, if Margie, like we all know, Hella's not going to make it. The big question is, Margie going to make it? I think Margie's going to do it because Margie is. I think this. What I'm hearing, like some people ladies dropped to me as a possibility that Margie might be retiring. She might. This might be her last Olympia. She. Because I know when I follow her on social media, she has business and stuff. She does stuff because she's in Vegas. She has business and stuff she does, and she has her own. I think. Company like that. She's quite busy. She got modeling gigs and stuff like that. She did a while back. She did a interview for Allure magazine. You can check it out. You can all you got to do is put in Margie V. Martin Allure, and you can see it's a pretty good. It's only like 17 minutes, but it's a pretty good story when she talks about herself.
Nice. Yeah. There's that, and we have a certain. We also have a certain Irish style who doesn't seem ever. She just can't quit for some reason. She basically says, not necessarily even that's like a big thing or anything like that. She's dangling over this head like, I might compete. I'm not saying if I am compete, but here's what would happen if I did compete. Yada. It's like all the calculation and other things in the air. It's like all these things could change up at any such moment. I'd like to talk about like the era of female bodybuilding that Andrea Shaw. If we were to put her in, how would she look in different eras of female bodybuilding? So like, I'm talking about like basically 1990s onwards or mid 1990s. Like say how she looked at like a 1996 Olympia compared to the others, or 1999 or 2004.
Well, if you think about it like that, if you go back to the '90s, like that, she'd be too big. She'd be about you consider her maybe close to somebody like Renee Tony. You know Renee Tony. If you don't know Renee Tony, Renee Tony was a pretty big woman. Renee was in the amateur. She never turned pro. Because she was huge. She was a big woman, and I think Andrea probably would be too big for those period of times. When you think about it, you're just getting off the Corey Everson era in the late '90s. You got Linda coming up. Then you get Ken Zavesky, and then you did the 2000s, where she would be considered. You put in the weight classes with her size and weight, she'd be considered a super heavyweight. They'll probably call her super heavyweight because she's too big. She make you put her side by side against Iris Kyle. I think she make Iris look small. I honestly do. I did a while back. I did a comparison video. Where I did comparison. My comparison videos where I did a comparison of I did one with Linda Murray. Like all three of the Miss Olympias. I did one with Linda Murray and Iris. I did one with Andrea and Linda Murray, and I did one with Andrea and Iris. And if you take a look, the video is on here on my channel. Go to my channel, check it out. It's probably like down a little bit farther down on the list because that's been like about almost a couple of years when I started. Was a year ago, so I started the comparison videos, and you can see how the looks are different. If you take, it's hard to find pictures and stuff, especially of Iris for Linda from like about the '90s because I think a lot of these sites didn't do like they do now, do like the pictures of women like they used to. They just took some pictures here and there and slapped them together. But if you take, I think, Linda from 2003, her last Miss Olympia, and put her against Andrea.
2004.
Yeah, 2000 in 2000. Was it 2004? Yeah, 2004. Okay, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Thank you quickly. 2004, Linda Murray against 2021 Andrea. I think she's going to make Linda look a lot smaller, you know. And then you put 2014 Iris alongside the 2021 Andrea. I think it might be kind of close because Iris was really big back then. But if Iris comes back now in ways she's been out too long, she's not as she's still in good shape, but she's not in the condition like she used to be. I don't think she really stands a chance.
Yeah. Obviously, she'd have to come back with the conditioning and look that she had. Yeah. Yeah. The weird thing about Irish is that over the years she seems to just keep getting better and better. I argue that Irish physique peaked around 2013 for me. 2000. That was 2013. That was when I found her to. There was just something about it. She had matured into as I would say, a fine uh, female bodybuilding woman, so to speak. And So I'm just going over competitor weight classes. Some of them don't even have the weight in for the Miss Olympia competitions, but here's 1999. If we were to compare, yeah, she would. Andrea Shaw would be up there with people like uh, Tazi
Colum,
Colum.
You said
Yeah, uh, Brenda Raganot, Yapsini Orakin Garcia, Lisa Lewis. She would be up there with them. Even Kim Chavesky would be smaller than her. And
yeah,
as
because
well,
I think the
Kim,
biggest. Go ahead.
she was looking huge by the end of her career.
Yeah, because I think '99 was the biggest year was, and
Yep.
if we put Kim Savetsky versus Andrea Shaw, like '99 Kim versus 2020 and 21 Andrea, I think she make it smaller. I mean, even if you put she really most definitely dwarf, Juliet Bergman, Andrea Blanchett and Juliet Blanchett, and most definitely Valentina Chapinkin, and she would make most definitely young Zeno King look small. I mean, and then you got to think about the earlier Miss Olympias, like Richard McLeish, Carla Dunlap, Corey Everson, they'd be looking like if you put them beside her, they be looking like borderline, figure competitors.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Yeah.
with the. Mhm. Kat says mini FBBs will compete in 2023, but this year hope to see the best of the others. Margie is a great opponent too. Yeah, he says happy birthday to the little puppy. Thank you, Kat.
Hey.
Also, yeah, but Andrea is a fantastic level. Yes, but the thing is, they want to. Andrea's been pretty good. And the concern is that there's debate about what they want in bodybuilding. There's the judges what they want, what the IBB want. Is even though female bodybuilders technically not really under the IBB, it's part of Weeks of Strength, but they still governed by the IBB, need to be judged by the IBB. If Women's Strength had their own judges, they would, they could judge women's bodybuilding, but they have to be under their judging. And thing like her, like a thing with Andrea, she has great look, she has great qualities. I think I don't see, like I said, even like I said, Hella comes back. We probably see Helen back in 2023. Helen has to qualify next year because this is a qualification for this year. That means she has to qualify for next year's Olympia.
Yeah. That would be yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm speculating if she um, really is going to take this Miss Olympia off or not. Like even if she does bad or not, or not. I don't know. Again, it's more of me just uh, engaging in just speculation and other such things that I always do. Uh, she would at the 2024 Miss Olympia, Andrea would have been the largest girl on stage period, even larger than uh, Yaxini or Quinn by at least 5 pounds. That's interesting to note. Except Irish Kyle missed her weight in, so who knows? Um, but yeah, I think if um, Andrea Shaw continues, I think the best thing she can do is just keep in videos. I mean, do a lot of interviews. I find like those can be really good. Uh, Spread out as much as you can. I huge social media presence and other such things. And just any other suggestion wise or anything like that.
Well, one thing she should do, even though I know she does this because she's part of Wings of Strength, I think she should skip the World Championships. You already missed Olympia. I know the World Championships was created as alternative with ever since as we all know, the IFBB walked quiet behind women's bodybuilding and stepping in the heart. And I think if I was her, I say I just skip the World Championship and focus on the Olympia. Last year some ladies didn't look as good as they did when they earned their qualifications. Also I believe that anybody who qualifies for the Olympia should just focus on the Olympia. If you do the Rise of Phoenix, that's cool. I understand that because it's the show that it was a show that took the place of women's bodybuilding took place for the women's bodybuilding in the Olympia. And that's a good thing. But now that women's bodybuilding has returned to Olympia, the Rise of Phoenix should be now a qualification. For is usually they have it right after when the qualification ends around about excuse me. Sorry, nobody telemarketers. Qualification usually ends right after I think by August. I think August, yeah, because September, that's when I think they usually have the last show for qualification is in Tampa, for women's bodybuilding and a couple other shows. And then, you have to, you can earn qualification next year, like the Remaining Muscle Fest or the Big Man Weekend, because that's the show. Yeah, that's the show where, both those two shows. That's Natalia Capasoto. She won those two shows. So I would say like this: the Rising Phoenix should be no longer. You have to get invitation, like you did with the Arnold Schwarzenegger show. They should stop doing that. Don't just invite. Let the women who want the opportunity to compete, who didn't get it during the competing during the rest of the season, let those ladies who missed out qualification to get their points, but also on qualification for the Olympia, for next year. So if like I say, I know you want Andrea to come because she is the star of Wings of Strength. But I think all other ladies who earn the qualification, you can have the option of doing it or not doing it. But I think honestly, you should say to yourself, you know what, the Olympia is a bigger show now. Even though this show was replaced the Olympia, let some of the other women who didn't either earn their qualification or just need points for next year, just get a jump start on points for next year, compete. So I think if you anybody who listens to who knows Jake Woods, tell Jake, hey Jake, let's make the Rising Phoenix, a qualification, make it an open show, no more invitations. Let the women who can, they apply. You can have a limit of how many who can get in. I think let's stop at least 20, which is fair. 20 is fair. All right. Like I said, if you have women who like, okay, you're gonna have the woman who's one lady who wins the Miss International. She instantly earns a qualification. Then whatever, I would say any other women who earn the qualifications to win a show, you can opt out if you want. If you want to go, that's cool. But you want to opt out and focus in Olympia, that's a lot better. But all the other ladies who did not, who are maybe didn't have enough points, or who didn't have enough points during the season, or just didn't get opportunity to qualify, they should compete for that show. That should be their show from now on. But like I said again, if you're a lady who did qualify for the Olympia and you want to go there and represent female bodybuilding, that's great. But if you're a lady who didn't get your qualification and you want to compete at the Rising Phoenix, you should have that option. You can put down like a limit of women who want to compete. Like you set it to 20. And if, like I said, you have how many shows, you know, um, the girls overseas, they probably wouldn't want to come because that's like, if they win a qualification overseas, like at the Portugal or the Europa Championships, they're not going to come because they want to waste. They want to save the time for the Olympia. But then there's the women who won like the Puerto Rico, the Omaha. You have the Indy coming up. You also have the New York Pro, the Toronto, also the Vancouver show. Also, you have um, the what else? The Tampa and the two Lindas, Atlanta and Savannah. Those ladies, you can say, you know what, I want to opt out, focus on the Olympia, and then if and like I say, if Andrew's gonna come, she'll come because she's a champ. She's two-time champion. She wants to defend a title. Okay, that's fair. But if she says, you know what, I'm gonna take a step back and focus on Olympia, that's just as good. I think that's a lot better for her. But, like I said, some ladies they did the Rising Phoenix. It seemed like it just wasn't in the best condition. They didn't look as I know. You know, I remember they gave best most muscular to Irene Anderson. You know, and and then some ladies just didn't look as good as they did when they were at the when they competed through their other shows.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely do agree. I definitely do agree. Um, I think this is a pretty good conversation here, but I am unfortunately going to have to drop off. I think about the same time we usually drop off, but a little bit earlier. Um,
Hmm.
I think, yeah, we went over Andrea's career really well, and next time we can go over those new upcoming female bodybuilders. So some of along with that, I'm also in talks with meeting up with a pro myself, so I'll keep in
Oh,
touch with that.
and then also you said you're gonna go to New York, the New York Pro in Teaneck, New Jersey. And
Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, while I'm here, I got a gentleman who I became quite acquainted with. He's a cool guy. I consider him a friend. He's a real fan of ladies in the sport of bodybuilding. His name is uh, Glenn Glenn Young Senior, and Glenn he has a channel on YouTube, which is called GPS Photography and Video. And also recently, Glenn is planning on doing uh, a release party for his magazine, and it's a magazine he's called Amazon and Fitness. So I'm going to pull it up for a minute, and it's a magazine that's dedicated to women in bodybuilding. He's going to do women in fitness all together. It's not just with he do women bodybuilding, also physique, also figure. Some other divisions he's also working with. He has signed some ladies to his GPS photography and video company. So the reveal party is gonna happen. And this is the thing weird about this. He reached out to me about a few months back, and we met a couple of times, and talking on the phone, met a couple of times. And this is great because he lives right here in my own backyard of North Carolina. And
Nice.
and that's good to find somebody who has a common interest. And like I said, this is the Amazon Fitness Amazon Fitness magazine. Like I said, and the release party is going to be May the 1st. It's the Welburn Loft Meeting and Event Center. It's at 114 North Main Street in Reeford, North Carolina. Now, if you're in North Carolina area, and if you're close to Rayford, come on through that Sunday night. This party's from 6 to 10. Support these women. Support his Passions magazine. I'm going to leave the link to his IG in the description. So if you want to check out his page, also, he's also has, like I said, he has he has his own website, and also he has a YouTube channel. So if you want to check it out, if anybody who's following listening, check him out, support him, support these women. There hasn't been, I think, a real great female bodybuilding magazine in years. I think, and remember the last one was Women Physique World. I still have some issues that I collected years ago.
Yeah.
And it's and I figure he has something put together. It's going to be on our website. He's going to do paper copy, hard copy, and also he's going to do it on social media. So if you are interested, if you're seriously interested about supporting somebody who is a fan of these ladies, check out his IG. This him right here with a young lady by the name of Lexi West. I met her a few months back. She's amateur physique, amateur wellness competitor, but she's in the military. She just got deployed. We hope to see her come back. She was supposed to be this month, but because her deploy, being in the military, she's being deployed. She has to go. So but she's a wonderful young lady. Yeah, I hope she does all right. But like I said, support my man Glenn Young Senior, and he is Amazon Fitness Magazine. All you gotta go is GPS.
Yeah, I can't find it. Can you just post the link in the chat? Or
I did. Just click it. Is that there?
Oh, the YouTube chat? Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about the StreamYard chat.
Oh, I should put the streams on you. So don't forget. I'll put it right here for you in the StreamYard chat too, because you want to.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I forget sometimes. But like I said, here we got in before. We get in J 2021. I can see anyone. I can't. You say I can't see anyone beating her this year at the Olympia. I don't, Jay. I don't see it. It's not impossible. It's just now somebody has to come in great condition, but the problem is some of the girls are kind of like Mona Purcella. She's kind of on the small side. Michaela Acot's kind of small. Sheena Oleg. I like Sheena and Jada, but they're still a bit undersized, especially Mata Ash, because those ladies also came in physique. And I think that's the reason why I think it should be maybe a weight class, something like that. Bill Dobbins is the most greatest photographers taking pictures of bodybuilders. Amazing. Yeah, because my friend Glenn, he has the book, The Women. I saw that book. I always wanted that book for a long time. Now I think he's probably found it now, but he told me it cost him $100.
I mean, I got the book, but
yeah,
I will. Look at the book, or do I get the other book? I don't know. There's at least like 2 or 3 books he's made. But anyway, I will catch you later, my man. You have a good one, and I'll keep you up to date on things.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. All right, folks. That was my man Jen, Hannah the Emperor. He came through, and appreciate the brother. He's a cool young man. And he reached out to me a long time ago, and I was doing most of my muscle talks by myself, and it's good to have somebody to talk off with, and have conversations with, But again, check out my man, Glenn Young Senior. Check out his channel. It's GPS and photography, and video. GPS photography and video. He's gonna have his release party for his magazine May the 1st. Like I said, if you're in the North Carolina area, if you're near Rayford, Hope County, and like I said, it's gonna be May the 1st, 6 to 10 o'clock. Check out. You get this, and this is one thing I'm gonna like about this. I get the opportunity to meet some women in female bodybuilding, some women in the sport. And that's always something I always want to do. Get to meet these ladies in person. I know one lady who I've become friendly with, Miss Marianne Kiowski. She's supposed to be there because, and me and her have been talking on social media on the phone, and it'd be a great opportunity to meet her. I mean, her and also, and any of these ladies who represent the sport of bodybuilding. But like I said, Andrea Shaw is going to be a tough customer to beat. I mean, I don't see anybody beating her anytime soon. If they do, it's going to be by a miracle. She has to either come in bad shape, or she has to not even be at the show. Only way somebody can beat her if she's not at the Olympia or just in bad shape. That's it. So anyway, I appreciate my man Jen for helping me out. I mean, he's the hand of the emperor. I also appreciate Kat. Also, say keep up with the good work. You're making good videos. I appreciate that. For twerp, twerp, whatever how you say it. And and that there's some way you can get an interview with Andrea Shaw. I would love to, Jay, but the problem is she's one of those top level girls. It's hard to get with those top level girls because most of the time they're busy. They already got reach out for interviews. I know a similar thing on her IG about doing an interview. Also, I even sent comments in her, but what she does with her, when she posts videos and stuff or pictures, she has a limited comment. So I mean, the first maybe 4 or 5 people put a comment in, and after that it stops. So I have to either once she puts something up, I gotta put put a comment in where I say like I make a request. Hope she responds to it. But like I said, a lot of the top shelf girls, it's hard to get to them. I mean, I'm hoping this one lady I'm talking to. I'm hoping I can get her. She's top. I would say she's top quality. I'm hoping I can get her on. But I love still talking to the ladies who are boots in the ground, 10 toes down, who are the women who keep the sport going. I support all these ladies. But like I said, maybe someday when she slows down a little bit or has some time or really feels like she be interested in doing a live stream interview, I hope so. But I'm still like I said, I just did a couple of interviews over the weekend. I just interviewed a lovely lady by the name of Miss Ivanka Devikova. I want to get her name wrong. I apologize. She's a great lady, and she represents female bodybuilding over across in Eastern Europe. But like I said, Andrea Shaw, I think, she's going to be a 3-time Miss Olympia. Hell, she might even be an 11-time Miss Olympia. She's just, I think this year she's going to be 40. Because when she won Miss Olympia, she was 38. Then, then she won again. I think she was just about turned 39. And I think this year is going to be 40. So let me check real quick. I think Andrea, let's see. Andrea Shaw. Let's see. See. Her birthday in December. So no, she's 38 this year. So she won Miss Olympia. She's turned 37. Then if she wins it for the 3rd time, she's gonna be almost. I think because they're gonna push it back to Olympia back to Las Vegas. So she's gonna be winning it before her 39th birthday or after her 39th birthday. That means she can probably sit and compete for the next 6 or 7 more years, depending on whichever we get ready to retire. So I don't know if she came in a little earlier in her career, maybe switch and maybe competed. But you all know then there wasn't women bodybuilding at the time. She could have done physique, but then she didn't do too well in that. She didn't even compete in Olympia, I don't think. But if she can surpass Iris's record, that's a good one. She's a good one. It's going to take her the next. She already got 2. She's going to get this 3rd one. So it's going to take at least 8 years to beat Iris's record. So she can probably, she probably might, if she's going to beat it, it's going to be in, I would say, 2030. So that's the only way she can probably beat it. But yeah. Looking forward for the is Andrea the next Linda Murray? I wouldn't say she's Linda Murray per se. She is the progression of Linda Murray. She surpassed Linda Murray and Iris Kyle. She's not really the next Linda Murray. She's her own woman. Linda Murray was who she was. Iris Kyle is who she was. And Andrea is who she is. Do you know Caroline Fit, Ray, she's a FB. Carolyn, I follow her on Instagram for it. She's Carolyn Marquez. She just turned pro about a couple of years ago. Amazing body, amazing physique. I think she's from Puerto Rico. I'm going to. I'm been following her on social media for quite some time. I'm planning on doing a video about her and another female bodybuilder. So you'll see it once it get posted on my channel. Hi, thank you, thanks. Hi, you think she could make 11 Miss Olympia? She said she is that is her goal. G-Cell, the thing is, it's all depending if she can be consistent. You know, if even though I remember, we know Iris won 10, but she did miss one when she lost to Yagdina King. But if she can be a consistent Miss Olympia, meaning she wins the next 8 straight without a break, she can surpass Iris Kyle. Because Iris, she lost one in Miss Olympia, but if she can make a consistent Miss Olympia run, meaning she surpasses, because remember, Corey won all her 6 Miss Olympias without losing one. And Kim Zavetsky won all her 4 without losing one. Linda, she lost, hers. She lost hers in 96 to Kim, and then Iris lost hers in 2004 or 5 to Yagzini. I think it's 2005 to Yagzini, and then you have Ricky McLeish, who lost hers in 81. So she has to be a consistent Miss Olympia. If she can be consistent, that'd be good. If she loses one and come back and wins another, that's also good. But that'd be like 9 years trying to be Miss Olympia. I'm looking for the Miss Olympia champion who can win multiple wins over 6 or 7 plus. Maybe Andrew can do it. That's a possibility, Jay. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. If she can stay in good condition, nothing happens. No, like any injuries or anything like that. And be consistent for the next. I think, like I said, this is going to be her 3rd Miss Olympia, and she can stay going to 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, and 2030. Then she would have 11 Miss Olympias, 11. But she has to stay consistent. If she missed one, loses one, or gets out by injury, then she can pop back. But if she doesn't get that momentum, then there's a good chance she may not surpass Iris's record, and that's a tough record to pass. In my opinion, we are entering a new golden era of FBB. It's gonna be hard with a lot of competition for Andrea, yes, but some of the women, I think, I don't see. Even though some of these ladies I follow, I respect them. Some of them I don't see too much of a threat. Maybe if Hella comes in great condition, she might possibly be a threat. Margie, some issues with her. She has good sides, but Margie has to. There's some things about Margie that she can't really change or fix. If Iris, let's say, hypothetically returns to the Miss Olympia, do you think she can beat Andrea? No, I'm sorry, Iris. If it was Iris back 7 years ago, I think she can probably get Andrea a fight. But Iris is now. How is Iris? Iris is almost 50, and she has not been competed for at least almost 8 years. She did try to come back in 2020, and I think she can't have. She doesn't have that level to compete as a Miss Olympia. She probably she might give a good fight. I can see Iris making, as now, the qualification. The qualification changed for Miss Olympia. You come back and use top 3 women now, but she can still make top 5. But it's unfair what Ivy did by cutting off the numbers to 3. But in the men it's still top 5. But always the men are going to get more consideration over the women. So that's always some BS. To me, how they cut the qualification for not just women's bodybuilding, for all the other divisions to top 3. So that means that women who earned their qualification last year, making top 5, now have to try to earn a qualification this year. People like Mona Priscilla, who took top 5. People like Irene Anderson. Now we did an interview with Isabel Fitz Rocks Terrell, And it's how she found out that somebody sent her. I think it was me because I sent her that thing where she saw the qualification where um, she's no longer qualified to Olympia. Now she has to compete at a show. Also over at Women's Physique, people like my dear lady who I've become quite acquainted with, Miss Barbara Majan from France. She qualified making fourth place last year, and then qualified in 2020 taking fourth place, and now she has to compete in a show on the qualification again. And also another lady behind her, Annie Harris, Anna Harris, who also you know competed her first Miss Olympia, and now she has to earn qualification for next year Olympia. You know, you know, you think newcomers like Stephanie Fletcher, Christina and Nicole could compete with? No. I'm gonna be honest with you. Christina, Christina has some great aesthetics, but lately, as Christina, I don't know. I don't see Christina. She has a great physique, but at some point she's still a bit doughy. Because she's a thick girl. I know she did an interview a while back with AJ and JB over Female Body Challenge. She's thinking about doing wellness, and I think. But now, if I say videos of Christina Mendoza, she has put on some serious size. So wellness is out the window for her. Yeah, I think she's out the windows. Wellness is out the window for her now. Now Stephanie Fletcher, Stephanie's a big, tall girl, but what some people talk about her, she just don't have enough. She switched from women's physique to women's bodybuilding. She really has to come in super conditioned, a lot tighter. She has to come in top shape. Her condition level has to be at a high extent. She has to be at peak performance to be considered a threat to Andrea. Now, like Andrea came from women's physique to women's bodybuilding, but those ladies have to really come in totally, even if they come and compete top peak level. I don't think they're going to give Andrea a fight. I don't think they don't have a shot against Andrea. I'm going to be honest with you, Jay. So, why I'm here. So, who else you feel that in your mind could be a contender or a threat for Miss Olympia? I truthfully, there's some ladies I can't really, like I said, Hella Trevilo's one. I'm honestly saying Hella could, if Hella comes in great condition, I think her taking this time off might really help her, rejuvenate her, because she's been competing since, I think, for the past 10 years consistently. Because back in was it 2004 was the last Miss Olympia. Then she got injured, and she can compete for 7 years. And I think this time off might really help her, rejuvenate her, if she can put on the size and come in great conditioning. But like I said, one thing, like I said, Hella is almost 50 years old. And even, if she, it's going to be tough. With Andrea, she's just 38. She's young. And she has great, I think she's hitting her strides now. And if Andrea comes up a bit bigger, would that benefit her at the competition? That might. I won't say bigger. If she comes in better condition than she did last year, where she was like just top notch, perfect. I think it's gonna be tough to beat her. Like I said, the smaller women like Michaela Aycock, Mona Porcella, I think who else is kind of a small size. I think the girls who are leaner, like Sheena Oleg, Jada Beverly, who else did I think of who's kind of lean? Julia Furry. She's kind of still be on the small side. She's good condition, but she's still kind of small. And also someone like Hunter Henderson. And I think Hunter's not going to compete this year. She's focused more on her powerlifting, but she might come back next year. Christina did say 2023 will be her will be a comeback better than she was before, to be in the Olympia standing next to Andrea, Hella, and Margie. 2023, I'm not sure we're going to see Margie. Like I said, I'm hearing some stuff here and there from some people. I think this Olympia might be her last one. She's been competing for nearly 10 years. She's getting up there now. I think she might want to take a step back and focus on her other business ventures. So there's a good chance we might not see Hella. I mean, not Hella. I mean, we might not see Margie in 2023. Hella might try to stay competing for maybe a couple more years because the fact is that year she missed out because she took second place. Then because his injury put her out, she might compete maybe for another 2 more years, and then she might pack it in. Yeah, Drew Furry is small. Yeah, Jennifer is small. I thought she was around 210. Yeah, because when I saw a picture of her, she's not as big as people thought she was, and there was so much talk about her going to Tampa, winning that show, and she's still a bit. She switched from women's physique to women's bodybuilding. She's still a little size. She's coming in some size now. She's coming in size now, but she looks pretty good. Margie is starting to downsize a lot. Yeah, I think she's doing like Shanique Grant. You follow Shanique Grant. Shanique's still in good condition, but she's not as muscular as she used to be. And Margie, I think she's ready to pack it in. She has business adventures. She has a new life in Vegas. I think she's really gonna she'll probably come in and compete just one time because she's qualified. If not, then I think what should happen is if Hella not gonna, is not gonna compete, and if Margie's going to decide to drop out, the next two people who's on the list, the top five, should push and take that place. I think Mona and Irene, if like I said, Hella's not going to compete, and if Hella is out because of injury, Margie's not going to compete. I think the next two women should push up and get the qualification. Take their spots. So you fill that spot. But if Margie comes back and you got Andrea, I think Mona Pasella should take that number 3 spot. That that's fair because the fact is you don't, like I said, you only have 2 qualifiers for the Olympia, for Miss Olympia, and that person who's out because of injury, that next person should take it. How about Ashley Hadley? I love Ashley Hadley. She's a great physique. I saw her do an interview for a website. I think she did a live stream where she's gaining on some size. Ashley has a great physique, but I don't know. She's still, I like Asha. She has the greatest set of abs in the sport next to people like Body Priest, my dear friend, Miss Roxanne Edwards. I don't know. Asha has to qualify, because only show she did was the Rising Phoenix. And that was, she took 6th place. She took 6th place. Who won that show was Andrea. Yeah, Hella. I think Mona took 3rd. You had Michaela Aycock at 4th, and Lena Denny at 5th. Now, you got to think about it. She's behind Lena Denny. I like Lena Denny. She's an amazing woman in her 50s who came in here and just did a 1 year pro. But if Asha Hadley takes 6th place behind Lena Denny, she really has to make some improvements. Yeah, I know she is tall, but I think she can grow past 215. I think she said her last interview, she said she's like 180, 190. And and she might do 250. She's from Texas. She lives in Texas. You eat a lot of steak, you eat a lot of red meat, but she got to be careful because I think she's a tall woman, but I think it's hard for her to put on that much size on her frame. It's hard for women to put on that much weight on their bodies compared to men. But Asha, if she really comes in great condition, she got to do a show. Because like I said, I thought she was going to do maybe something like the Savannah or maybe the Norfolk or the Tampa last year, but she hadn't competed. The Rising Phoenix is not a qualification, and it might. I don't think it even own you points. I don't know. I don't think it gives you points because it's the women's championship, but it should be, like I said, this is what I talk about again. The Rising Phoenix should not be. It should be an open show, not an invitational anymore. It could be an invitational, but it should be an open show. It should be an opportunity, and all the women who earn their qualification, step aside. Yes, Andrea can go because she's a champion. But what should happen is, if Andrea's there and she competes and wins, the second runner-up should get the qualification for the Olympia. And then you get points. Like you go like this, okay, second runner-up, if Andrea wins and she's a Miss Olympia, then, the second runner-up should get qualification. And then the first runner up gets qualification. I mean, first runner up, then second runner up should get like I think 6 points, and then 4 points to third, and like that to like for your top, like like I think see Sadulets. I said 7 points to the first runner up, 6 points to second runner up. That's third place. 5 for fourth. Three. Three for fifth, and number 6 to get 2. Yeah. You think Miss Olympia and all FPB shows should have lightweight, and heavyweight classes? That's debate, because if you look at it, if you look at somebody like Michaela Aycock standing on stage alongside someone like Irene Anderson, yes, I think you should go back to weight class. I didn't like the weight classes back in the day because that was me thinking as a fan. But now, me doing a lot of content with bodybuilding, a lot of information I'm learning, I think it should be weight classes. Also, there should be like weight limits and also height weight limits in women's physique. Some women's physique competitors should go up. I've seen some good women who look at physique they could have opportunity to be bodybuilders. They should put that same thing into women's physique, where it pushes. Where some ladies don't want to go over the women's bodybuilding because the fact is they feel like they don't want to go over there. But the fact is, some of you ladies are getting a lot bigger. That's why Arnold dropped women's physique from his show. Some of the women in physique are starting to look like women in bodybuilding. Even though like somebody Mila Ash is still a bit small in her lower half, like her legs and her quads. She really needs to focus on that. If you do like this, you take like the smaller girls like Michaela, Leah, let's say Mona, I would say Julia, and put them in lightweight division. Then put Irene Anderson, Hella, Andrea, my dear friend Miss Tina Williams, and Anastasia Kobalova in heavyweight. And then then the lightweight and the heavyweight champions go against one another. That'd be better. Yeah. Let's see. Sheila Orlick is smaller than some competitors. Yeah, Sheila is just lean. I would say she's a good sized woman. She's just lean. That's what lean. That's what Sheila is. She's a lean girl. She's put some size on her, but she's kind of like Mila Ash. They're kind of lean. They can probably upper body wise, they can probably put them size. But I think Sheila's just kind of lean. That's the thing is we like she's a little bit more proportion. And hey brother, yeah, hey there King Dale Clark. A lot of women's physique are physically lightweight bodybuilder. I won't call women's physique lightweight bodybuilders. They're closer to middleweight. Now, lightweight is figure. If you look at some figure girls, they're close to lightweight. It's hard to judge FBB who are weighs 180 on stage against 144. Yeah, I think this is the weight class should happen. The weight limit for women for a lightweight should be 150. Anything over 150 is heavyweight. So that should be the limit. Because I remember back in the day, I think it was 135 for the limit for women lightweight was 135. But you got to remember, women are growing and progressing. They're getting more size, getting more bit development. So I think there should be a 140 weight limit for the lightweight. Anything over one, if you hit, okay, let's tell you this. 140 is the borderline. You stop at 140. But you over 140, like 140, 142, you're considered a heavyweight. Or we can do 150, And the women in physique, some of the women are at that weight class. There's some women about 140. And that would be a great lightweight for them. So those women who's struggling in women's physique, who's not placing as well, they can go up. There's some ladies I've seen that have potential, like somebody like Ivy Rain. I think she has a huge shoulders, big upper body. She's got to bring her legs in. There's a lady in Spain by the name of Laura Chinchilla. She said she was going to switch over to women's physique, but she changed her mind. The judge told her not to do it. But she's big. Right now she's not as big as she used to be. I'm gonna say Katie Lee. Katie, she lost a lot of size. She got sick a while back. She had some form of a Crohn's. But if she bounced back, I think she should do women's physique. And also, I'm talking about if you check my channel, in my comment section, I have what you call a survey and some pictures, because with this is what the crazy about this. They don't let you put the pictures with the survey. So why did I put some pictures of ladies who competed at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic about I say a couple months ago, just about. And I put a survey. It's the survey saying like this, because I'll put in my my community section description for you to check it out. And the survey is going. I'll show you to you quick. Let me pull it up, and and I have a survey where I'm saying I feel like some of the women in physique, in my figure and fitness, are getting too big. It's surprising how fitness was created as an alternative to women's bodybuilding. It's supposed to replace women's bodybuilding, but it decided to this right here. This is the pictures right here. Now this is the pictures. These ladies, this is the questions. In your opinion, do you think the women in fitness and figure divisions are getting too big? Now this is Jessica Padilla right here on the left. She is the figure. She's a figure champion. She's already qualified for the Olympia this year. And here, this is Natalie Abraham Cornetto. She's women's physique. They both. I think this is from the last show they competed at. That was the Sports Fest show. That was last year. And this is and Natalie used to be women's figure. And you look at them, you wouldn't think they're the two different divisions. They look like the same division. And this is a picture from the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic. Here on the left, that's Missy Trescott, and here you have Jessica Padilla again. And you look at Jessica lats, and look at her quads, and look at her shoulders. I mean, she should be figure. This is Erica Deer. Erica Deer won the Arnold Schwarzenegger Miss Fitness, and Ariel, I'm telling you, she is, wow. I mean, she's small, but her level of muscle is almost like physique. And this is Lahana Robinson. This is her beside Hella Trevino. And if you look at her, she's tall, because she's pretty tall. I think she's about, maybe I would say 5. I think Hella's 5'5". I think he's 5'6", 5'7". And if you look at Lahana, she looks almost, I won't say bodybuilding, but she's a lot closer to physique. If you look at her. And then here, this is the current Boston Pro champion and second runner and first runner up at the Miss Olympia Fitness, Missy Trescott. And this is just her working out in the gym. And I'm telling you, I don't know, maybe the larger picture look big, but she just looks huge, for a fitness competitor. The fitness girls are getting too muscular. The thing with fitness is supposed to be a little bit more feminine looking, a little more softer, but these fitness girls are getting a lot larger. And this is where do you think women in the figure and fitness divisions need to go up to physique? And I got some answers. I got 67 people said yes. There's no no's. And I got here, it doesn't matter. It's all bodybuilding. That's 33%. So it was 60% when I saw it this afternoon. But if you want to vote and you feel that the women in fitness and figure are getting too big, let me know. Oh, here goes. Let's see. Oh, it's hard to judge if you can. Ivy Rain back is bigger than a lot of. Yes, Ivy Rain, her back is wide. I saw her saw a video walking in the gym, and that you could probably paint a mural on Ivy Rain's back. Yeah, and like I said, Sheila Orlick has the crush. Sheila has a crush on Sergio Olivier Jr. Didn't you even know that? not surprised, especially that I know Sheena is she's a girl. She has a girlfriend, but she might go. Some women might go both ways, all depending. Um, Also, Ivy Ring like like that the most insane lats of any women's physique competitor. And Ivy, she earned her qualification by winning the Toronto Pro last year. So and she took seventh place last in 2020. She took top five at the Olympia, but then she took seventh place last year. Don't know fitness, but figure, yeah, many figure girls grow up to 170 to 180 in the off season. And yeah, and I think you know, Missy is a fitness, and she really blew up. But I think that's the thing is, I think with I know you need muscle to move around, jump around, but some of these girls got maybe too much muscle. The thing is, you have that lot of muscle, you're not as flexible. You know, I would say the figure division looks like almost like the physique division when Daniel Bailey was competing in track in 2013. Daly Bailey wasn't as styrated back then. Actually 2012, you might say 2012 when she became the first Miss Olympia physique, Daly Bailey. But Daly Bailey wasn't styrated back then. She had some good size, and she was a little bit, she wasn't styrated and wasn't as shredded compared to the figure girls of today. So the figure girls are really shredded. If you compare someone like I would say Sydney Gillen to Daly Bailey. Sydney is just super shredded. She, or you could, she could probably. There's a if you check a guy named Max Marks Muscle, he did a comparison video between Sydney Gillen and Shanique Grant. If you look at it, you remember Shanique was figure, but after 2015, 2016, she went up to women's physique. But it's about, like I said again, if you just check out my channel, subscribe, like, and comment, and share. Also, subscribe, like, comment, share this video. But if you also remember, happy birthday to the lovely Miss Lisa Cross. This is here with my dear friend Miss Tisha Tiger Street Thomas. And she is one of the greatest female bodybuilders out of the UK, up there with Paulson Berkhamshaw, William McCready, Petey Price, the great late Joanna Thomas, Gail Moya. I mean, you got Gemma Lancaster over there. She does women's physique. There's some amazing women from the UK. And, we need to support our ladies across the ocean. Oh, and like I said, and Lisa's supposed to be competing. I think she might do either the Portugal show, which is the first big man show for Europe, and possibly maybe do the Europe Championship. But with her, as Lisa does porn, hardcore porn. Lisa could possibly maybe come over here and compete the show. She might do the Tampa, which she's done quite a few times, or she might do something like one of the Linda shows, either Savannah or maybe Atlanta. So that's a possibility. So all right, folks. I've been here for quite some time. It's it's about supper time for me here. And I really appreciate y'all coming through. I really appreciate my man Jen, the hand of the Emperor, for coming through. Also, I appreciate am I still on? I really appreciate all the other guys are coming through. Wait a minute, Erica will not be ever a physique competitor. She will remain in fitness, but I can see what you are saying. It depends on the judges decide if they want that muscular look. Yeah, and the thing is also sometimes what happens is if you get an injury. I remember there's a competitor by name Jody Boom. I did a video about. She got injured a few years ago. She could have done women's figure, but instead she did women's physique. Jody was in women's fitness, but she decided instead of doing women's figure, where she still wearing high heels and still looking good shape, she did women's physique. She didn't do as well as she did pretty good in physique. So she qualified for the Olympia, I think in 2017. But then she said she wanted to go back to women's physique once her injury healed up. And that's one way, yeah. Yeah, take care. Yeah, take care to you, Giselle. Appreciate you for coming through. And that's one thing. If some of these fitness girls get injured, and there's this one lady, she's from Finland. She's a blonde, Mina. I forgot her last name. She did physique for a while because of her injury, and she's pretty huge. but she still does women's fitness. And a lot of the girls says it's up to them, their mindset, if they want to do women's physique or maybe women's bodybuilding. But I think with some of the ladies, especially Jessica Padilla, I'm going to say most definitely. I'm just going to be honest. Jessica is just super shredded, you know, for women's figure. I mean, she's tall. You know, she is. You know, she's put on a lot of muscle, and also I heard that she's under Shelby Stearns, and you know, debate is Shelby Stearns is debate about him and his training. I think women don't need. I think with him, I don't think he knows how to really work with women. I think he needs to strictly with men. You know, there's several people that work with Sherry Stearns. There's rumors and stories. You know, you have some people that passed away under him, whatever else. But I think he should really settle for working just strictly with men, because you know. But if you look like it, this is Jessica right now. Jessica, if you wouldn't think of it, if you say, "Oh, she's a figure competitor," say, "No, she can't be figure. Look at her. She looks, she looks really, look at her bicep, look at her quads, look at her shoulders. I think Jessica really looks more closer to fit to physique than figure. I mean, she's getting huge. I know she qualified for this year's Olympia figure, but I think next year I think she really should think about switching over. She might be a threat to like Sarah Vilgas. I think there's a possibility if Jessica switched over, she possibly could be a threat for the Miss Olympia title in physique. I'm telling you. I mean, I follow her. I say a little thing now and then. She preaches. They say she's a little heart. I'd love to get her on my show, on my show one of these days. But I know she's a busy lady. She's like that. This is a picture here from the back, and they tell you that if you're that shredded in the glutes, that's. I think some people say it's a little too much. If you're that shredded in the glutes, I mean, it's just, she's really shredding the glutes. And then this picture here, you see what it is. This is the picture from after she did the Arnold. This is from I think it's off. Look, I mean, wow. I'm honestly telling you, she is. Look at her. Look at the veins in her quads. Look at her shoulders. I mean, she has a nice taper look to her. Look at her arms. I mean, I'm just maybe it's just me, as a schmo, but I see her. She has potential to be this could be the standard. I think truthfully, this is a standard for women's physique. The smaller waist, the wider shoulders, great definition, conditioning. This could be the standard for women's physique. That probably push a lot of women up to women's open. Or I mean, this if this is a standard, if this was made the standard, this would force a lot of women to go to women's open. It will. But anyway, I'd like to thank y'all for coming through. My man JM21, also G Cell. She continues this way, she can even grow to G Cell, yeah. If she continues at this level, like I said, it's about progression in the sport. And she keeps progressing the way she is. I see her possibly, somebody's going to pull her aside and tell her that you might have to go up to women's physique. It's a possibility. Figure supposed to be like something between, bikini and a little bit of bikini and also a bit of fitness in a way. I think it's supposed to be like bikini, but you still have a little level of muscle. Girls who are too muscular for bikini, but the fact is these girls are too muscular for figure. So yeah, it's all depending on the person. It's all depending what the coaches says and what the coach say and what they think is the better way to go. But like I said, you know, check out, like I said, I'm gonna put it in the comment section. I'll put it in the comment section, you know, and see, put in the comment section. Go check out my you know, go check it out, and check out the what I, my community section, and make your voices heard. If you feel like women in uh you feel like women in fitness and figure should go up to women's open or the physique, they should or they shouldn't. Male coaches can train female athletes, but oftentimes the women they train end up looking more harder and shredded than they were before. And I noticed that trend. Yes, that's the thing is I think when with guys when you train guys, being our genetic are going to be predisposed to have a certain look. Women, I think one thing is that I think some women should probably find women trainers, same thing like who can work with them, understand their bodies. They don't want to get them to a certain level where they maybe pull back a little bit. But the thing is, they're athletes and they're gonna progress. That's all the truth of it. But I think some men coaches do pretty good because some understand how women's bodies work, and they talk to the ladies and sit with what kind of plan they want to work with. You expect that. But sometimes some of these coaches would just give the same plan to get to a man, and it doesn't always work. You just can't give the same plan to a man and give to a woman. And some women want to look at a certain level. But anyway, folks, my voice is getting kind of dry, and I don't want to be here as long as I need to. Like I said again, I really appreciate y'all coming through. Comment, like, subscribe, share. I really appreciate JM 2021, G Cell, Omar Costa. I can't understand what you're saying, Omar, because I don't speak Spanish. Also, Fort, and also my man Jen for coming through, and Kat for coming through, and all everybody else. Brooke Burrell, man, shout out to you, Brooke, brother. I mean, and also anybody who's out there who is a fan of these ladies, support them. Support these women in their journey in the sport of bodybuilding. They need all the help they get. And also, once again, check out my man. I put his link in the comment section. Check out my man Glenn Young Sr. and his GPS photography and video. He's having a Reese party in the end of the month. It's going to be May the 1st, so it's going to be on Sunday, 6 to 10. If you're in the North Carolina area, if you're in Hope County, Rayford, come to the party, meet some lovely ladies in sport of bodybuilding. Meet him, and also support his magazine, Amazon Fitness Magazine, because like I said, we need some more women in the magazines. The fact is, companies like Muscle Fitness, Flex, Ironman, Muscle Development stop putting women in the magazines, which is kind of garbage to me. And and that is just unfair. These ladies just work just as hard as the men, and they need just as much as a representation just as anybody. Work of art, yeah. That's what he said. Can't wait for your new video. I got one coming. I got someone coming out in a good bit. I got to put them together and get out here soon. And it's up to them what they want to do. Yeah, that's true, MJ. It's up to them what the ladies want to do. But sometimes the judge will tell them what they need to do, and then sometimes they might listen to the judge, they might not. Anyway, I appreciate all y'all coming through. Like, comment, subscribe. Reach out to these ladies. Support them. Don't ask, like I said, if you're serious about supporting a female bodybuilder and their goal in the sport of bodybuilding, don't look for nothing. Just be there as support. Financial, emotional, somebody who really wants somebody to progress in this sport. Don't be that guy. Don't be that weird guy. Just be somebody who really want to help somebody, an athlete, get further in their career. Anyway, this is Muscle Talk episode 78. I appreciate you coming through. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't comment, don't subscribe. Whatever you want to do. And I really appreciate all y'all again. Instagram all the way Judge Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk. Don't subscribe. I'm out. Have a good day.